I feel a bit ridiculous. Remember when I said that my first goal of the season was to not get injured? Because in my opinion, there's nothing worse than getting injured at a comp. Well, guess who got injured at a comp? Me?
Elle a fini les Coupes du Monde, elle a les points pour aller aux OQS, le contrat est rempli.
At the very end of the season, there was the European Olympic Qualifier.
So it was one step to qualify to the Olympics, but there was only one ticket. So it was pretty obvious that I would not get the ticket. I was going to use it more as a training because it would be the only comp I would do in the combined format of the Olympic Qualifier series. So I thought it was really interesting for me to go there. I think I also wanted to go to that competition because my parents could come and watch me and it would make me proud. I was really happy. I wanted to go there because I really wanted to compete there.
Une française qui grimpe maintenant pour l'Islande. Je vais vous demander d'applaudir Svana Bjarnason.
What happened at the competition? What happened is the most ridiculous thing ever. I just tripped on the chalk bag that was on the mat. I just, tripped on it, because I was not watching where I was going. I was just focused on the goal, which was the boulder. And I heard a big crack and it started being painful right away. So I just took off my climbing shoe. I threw my climbing shoe on the mat and I started crying because it was actually really painful. First impression, right after I fell, my dream is over. It's the end.
Et elle me dit qu'elle s'est fait mal au pied. Moi qui ai vu la scène de là, à 2 mètres, je dis impossible.
I've had so many ankle injuries that I know when it's bad. And hearing the crack and feeling the pain. And I don't know, last time I got an ankle injury, I got surgery. It took me 2 years to recover. So for me, there was no way I could recover from this in such a short amount of time.
In general, as an athlete, you react super emotionally because you don't know how severe the injury is.
But that was for the first 30 seconds. The doctor came right away and he started testing the ankle and asked me what was painful or not. And he made me stood up and I could actually step on my foot. I was like, oh, okay, maybe I was just being a drama girl and it's not that bad because if I can step on it, well, I can surely climb on it, right?
Au début, c'est pour moi, t'as mal, ok, tu vas faire une radio.
I was like, wait 1 second. You want me to stop, meaning I will not be able to keep climbing after, meaning the competition is over for me? Hell no. I mean, I'm here, I can stand up, I'm gonna keep going.
Je suis obligé de lui faire confiance et voilà, je me raccroche moi aux éléments que j'ai et qu'il n'y a rien d'objectif sur le coup. C'est les sensations de Svana, ce qu'a fait le kiné et ce que j'ai vu. Pas facile, Pas facile. Le kiné me dit qu'elle est avec le strap que je lui ai fait, il n'y a aucun risque. Elle ne peut pas bouger le pied, donc voilà.
They taped it, they iced it, and then it was already time for me to get back on the mats and climb again. So boulder 3 and 4, it was not ideal because I had to push a lot on my left foot. And it was super painful, I was scared of falling, and also I was crying, so it was not that easy to be a competitor at that moment.
For me, an injury means competition is over, you focus on recovery. And for her, it means no, competition is not over. If I can climb, I'm gonna climb. Maybe she's gonna make the injury worse. For me, that was very hard to be at the sideline, be at home, and accept that she's actually still gonna compete with an injured ankle.
So I took the decision to not stop climbing, which was definitely not a smart decision.
Because she loves it so much. It's almost impossible to break her at that moment, to behave realistic instead of idealistic.
It was completely stupid to keep climbing. It didn't make sense at all.
C'est plutôt à moi où je m'en veux là, à ce moment-là, où me dire, mais déjà, En fait, cette simulation, est-ce que c'était vraiment utile?
I think it's also the problem that I'm too passionate about this. Like, I don't want to give up because I like what I'm doing. So the afternoon, we went to ISO with Ludo for the lead. I tried to put on my climbing shoe. It was way too painful. I had tears in my eyes. Ludo came to see me and was again telling me, you're the one making the choice. So if you're gonna do it for real. It really helped me because I was a bit of a mess in ISO. I made a clipping mistake and I failed, but I'm satisfied with my leading round.
Elle a eu besoin de continuer cette compète et je pense que ça lui a fait du bien. Ouais.
Having your parents in such a hard time, wow, it's so helpful because they're always trying to cheer you up and they're also allowing you to cry because I really needed to cry a lot.
Et la seule chose qu'on pouvait faire, c'était être là et puis effectivement essayer de l'accompagner, de lui dire que d'abord tout n'était pas fini et puis que c'était mieux qu'elle se blesse maintenant par rapport aux dates des Jeux Olympiques plutôt que dans 3 mois.
Je pense que c'est notre rôle.
Famille éclopée. Enfin, je promène les 2 éclopés en fait.
So I just did the ultrasound. In the end, it's not so good. The ligaments, instead of completely breaking, they broke a piece of bone. It's like a small fracture. They told me I had to stop working on it. I feel like everything is slipping away. It's mentally super challenging. I feel like I really didn't need this on top of everything. It's been already hard this season.
That's something I really admire with Svana, that after she had that emotional phase about the injury, she really sees it in a very positive way. She is like in the gym for hours a day to do every exercise that her doctor tells her to do, everything that could help her to get back to training and competing as fast as she can.
The tea of Mrs. Bjarnason is for you.
The goal is to be back at 100% in 3 months. You're like, okay, so it's gonna take a long time, but I'm gonna get through it. Then you also get a bit excited because it's something new. You get to do rehab and you can find new ways of training. So it's a bit like you're on a high note. You're like, okay, I'm gonna get through it. It's gonna be okay. It could even be fun training like this with one leg. Basically, the first 6 weeks were just about resting. Resting the foot. You can work on your core, you can work on your upper body, you can do some what I like to call flamingo climbing, which is climbing with one leg.
Just have to be creative and adapt your training. If you have the motivation to keep going, and Svana has that motivation, we set up all these weird things, like people are looking at us at the gym like, what are you guys doing? But she was all in. She was so happy to like do something.
Come on.
Alors elle fait du no-foot, elle fait du pan, elle fait du bloc où on installe une moulinette pour pouvoir grimper.
And that something actually was good training. Like it was full-blown upper body training, which actually made her super strong, like in the upper body. It was kind of fun for me to see as well, like the amount of training that you can do with one leg.
I felt it was efficient. I felt stronger every day. For me, it had been really hard mentally, so I kind of needed a bit of happiness boost. So I decided to go back to Catalonia, spend some time with my friends, go back to the crag because it's my happy place. At first, I even climbed with one leg.
Come on, to the right.
Then I started climbing with 2 legs again. It was like the combination of being at home with my friends and being able to climb again with 2 legs. Wow, for me it was just pure happiness. And for that, I think I made the right decision. Beginning of January, I realized something, like we're 5 months away from the OQS. I cannot wear my normal climbing shoes. There are some movements I cannot do. I'm in pain all the time. Like, what are you doing? You need to recover for real.
Je l'ai récupérée à Lyon pour savoir un peu où est-ce qu'elle en était par rapport à sa rééducation. Et les 3 médecins ont eu le même avis, c'est-à-dire de lui dire écoute, c'est pas si avancé que ça. Donc il faut que tu refasses de la rééducation, mais pas du renforcement musculaire tout de suite. Il m'a dit je réfléchis, savoir si effectivement j'écoute les médecins ou si j'écoute mon esprit de sportif de compétitrice. Je lui ai dit écoute Svana, il n'y a pas de discussion possible, c'est ton corps d'abord.
It's just small bumps on the road. It'll be fine.
I'm going to France because I found a solution for my foot to do some rehab with good physios, and then we'll see. Me in my head, I was like, I'm just gonna go to France for 1 week, do rehab, like intense rehab, and it's gonna be okay. I saw the physio there and he was like, you know that we're not gonna fix this in 1 week, right? And I ended up staying 4 weeks there. It was so demanding because at that time I was also training during the day. So I was training 3 hours, then going to the physio at night for 3 hours, going back home, stretching for 1 hour, and then getting dinner and going to bed. I had a sad life, I think. And I did that for a whole month. It was not easy, like physically and mentally, it was really, really hard for me.
Là, je réalise que je suis dans une mauvaise spirale. Je suis saoulée d'être à Paris, je suis saoulée de faire de la kiné tout le temps, je suis même saoulée d'aller à l'entraînement parce que ça me fait encore plus réaliser à quel point j'ai du retard à rattraper. C'est dur d'être dans cet état d'esprit-là. J'aime pas ça et ça sert à rien, c'est pas efficace. Ça me met juste des bâtons, je me mets juste des bâtons dans les roues toute seule. Ça fait pas avancer d'être comme ça et d'aller partout à reculons. Je pense que le mental, il est hyper important.
I know at some point for 2 weeks I'm gonna be really depressed, and I don't want people to tell me like, oh yeah, it's gonna be okay, you're gonna get so much stronger. No, I know I'm gonna get better, but just give me some time.
Il faut craquer, c'est important, mais il faut réussir à se relever juste derrière. Et Svana, elle craque, et elle se relève à chaque fois.
Allez, quel âge? Oui, allez.
Je m'appelle Jon, je suis le grand frère de Svana. On a toujours été très très proches tous les deux. Moi j'étais un petit peu inquiet à chaque fois qu'elle se blessait, de me dire là, encore une fois elle se blesse, comment elle va réussir à remonter la pente derrière, à s'entraîner. Et Ludo a toujours été assez confiant.
Je suis là pour la soutenir, pour la rassurer, pour lui dire que voilà, tout va bien, que c'est pas ces 4 semaines qui lui ont fait perdre du temps. Et même au contraire presque, puisque du coup elle a fait plus de dévers en no-foot ou sur un pied, où du coup elle a gagné du volume et là elle est plus forte. Tu l'as celui-là?
Ah, mais après, je trouve qu'elle a un bon mental, Swan. Elle a un mental d'acier quand même. Par moments, elle a des baisses, mais en règle générale, ça remonte très vite. Hein.
The mental part of injuries is a very interesting and very difficult topic, I think. I believe we don't talk about it enough. I think we're trying to hide it a little bit in a way because we want to show people that everything is fine, that we don't have struggles at all, but it's not true. Injuries are hard for everybody, whether you're a pro athlete or not. But when you're a pro athlete, it's kind of your job and you cannot do it anymore. So you feel like you're letting everybody down and you're afraid that people are gonna give up on you in a way, like your sponsors, even your coaches. You think like, but what if they decide I'm not worth it anymore? And you also feel ashamed, especially me, because I've been injured so many times. Like, I feel like I always have an excuse for not being as strong as I would like to be. And it's not rational at all, but I cannot help it.
Je pense qu'elle a un corps qu'elle a poussé vraiment dans ses retranchements. Se faire une blessure, c'est pas très grave, c'est un coup dur, mais ça passe. Mais se reblesser la saison suivante et puis la saison encore d'après à chaque fois, c'est compliqué. Psychologiquement, c'est très très dur. C'est vrai qu'elle a eu beaucoup de courage par rapport à ça. Elle a toujours réussi à se battre.
That also means that I'm very experienced with recovery and rehab. I think that's also one of my strengths. Because I'm that experienced with injuries, I know how to come back. I know how to fight. And I'm so motivated that I'm gonna do it well. It's like at training, I'm gonna give 500% at rehab.
Je fais 2 à 3 heures par jour de réduc ici. On s'ennuie pas.
Débrouille pour avoir à peu près le même pourcentage. Laisse pas tomber à droite, super, descends, super.
Ouais, mais en fait, j'étais pas.
No, I don't think getting injured along the way was inevitable, but I think it was to be expected. I demand too much of my body. I never stop. I think my advice when you're injured is to accept that you're gonna have so many ups and downs. Allow yourself to feel these emotions, to have these feelings, because at some point it does get better. And after 4 weeks, the physio told me, do you realize that now you're healed? I'm not the injured girl anymore. I'm back to being an athlete. I'm back on the road to the Olympics.